Hi everybody, this is Dr. Julie Quinn here, and I'd like to give you an introduction to the Foundations of Written Communications Module 1 assignments. And so the first thing you'll see here is this may be your section of class, maybe you have a slightly different section number, but this is how the course will be organized. The first thing you'll want to do is go into your course menu. After you've reviewed any new announcements, you'll see like an opening blurb for each of your announcements on the course landing page. But you can always click on announcements to read the announcements in more detail. Please do that. I'll post, 1, 2, sometimes 3 announcements a week, just giving you reminders of where assignments go and important aspects of each assignment. So that's the announcements. Once you've done that, click on the learning modules and you'll see Module 1 Introduction. You'll see the Module 1 Guide. You'll see different resources, and then you'll see some discussion. So you've got lots of different pieces that exist sort of all over the place, and I want to help you navigate the content in Module 1. So start with the Module 1 Introduction. And what this is just a bit of a blurb that provides background information on what the module is going to cover, what are the goals, the learning objectives, and assignments, and things to prepare for. So it's just one page, and then you move to the next page, and there's a reading about reminding you that reading and writing are uniquely intertwined, and so there are critical reading strategies that you're going to tackle for the class. You'll do active reading, and we'll talk about text with the historical and cultural context, and we'll talk about the purpose of why a writer chose a particular text, identifying core ideas. We'll even work with quotes that support that idea, and eventually even move into paraphrase, where we rewrite the author's ideas entirely in our own words to show how well we understand it, but we still cite the author's name. Like Smith says that, and we can still put it in our own name, our own words. And then there's also sort of a discussion of the key concepts that is a little bit of a review of what you just read. So you'll take a look at that, which is a focus on reading and the different things we'll do with reading. Then we've got this introduction to the resources, and this is the textbook, How to Write Anything. You'll read the following section of Chapter 1 now. In your course menu, let's right-click under the learning modules. I want to open this up. Make sure that as you're starting, you take a look at the Start Here button, and you look at the syllabus. The syllabus will have instructions on how to gain access to the course content, and you're welcome to print up a course map that tells you sort of what to do every week. But you want to just make sure, and there's also, even in your syllabus section here, with the accompanying content of the syllabus, that there's a note about some sensitive topics in the course. But open the syllabus just so you see the required materials that you're going to need to purchase from the bookstore. They're in the Macmillan Achieve content. It's this How to Write Anything book. You want to make sure that your computer is up to date enough to be able to open and read the book. And of course, within the syllabus, you see all the graded assignments, how the course is graded, what assignments are in each week, course policies, and what have you. So don't forget to go into that syllabus to gain access to this. You'll notice I've gained access to this. So when I click on it, it should pop open for me, and I have access to the book. So once you've registered, and there's that information for registering, you should be able to start reading the ebook as it's layered right here in Brightspace. So here's the academic goals and expectations chapter that we want you to read. And note that the grammar grade on the assignments that you get is fairly low. I never think it's more than 15 or 20%, but it's often like 10% of an assignment grade. The critical thinking, logical discussion, deep discussion, research, ideas, organization, has a lot more value than grammar. But grammar is important because it's sort of like the final touches and how accessible is your text. So we've got these readings that we want you to sort of take a part of, and you'll want to read the different parts. Anything you see that's hyperlinked, please read it. That's part of the work that you're doing in the course. You can see links for different examples. We've got information on how to use the Writing Center. So this landing page does have a hyperlink or two in it. You'll want to make sure that you read it. Once you're done with it, you can pull back out of it, and then you can go to the next page. Now you've got just week 1, discussion 1. That's what the 1-1 means. And for your initial post, you're going to introduce yourself to your peers. You're going to get to know one another. I'm going to get to know you, and I will be responding to you. You'll explore your own reading experience and how it may be similar or different to what you've been reading from what your peers post. Note that these initial posts are due Thursday, and your responses to your peers are due Sunday. You can see exactly how I'm going to grade it by clicking on the discussion rubric. The rubric provides an overview. It says what was the depth of the post, when do you post it, and you won't have discussions every week, but you'll have them a few weeks of the term. And we've got a rubric. How detailed and organized are you? Did you post on time? Did you clearly engage with your classmates with detailed responses? And that little bit of grammar mechanics. This one is 20% because it's early on, and it's an opportunity for me to give you feedback. And the place I'll do that is privately. Like, I'll give you feedback in the general space. But if I have to give you grammar instruction, it's an early, quick opportunity to get you some feedback. So this one is at 20%, but that will vary with assignments to come. Once you're done the discussion, move on to the next assignment in the week, and it's Module 1 Reading Response Guidelines. So you're going to choose one of these articles down here, right? And you're going to choose one and use as the text for the assignment and the project. You're going to identify the topic, the genre, the purpose, the historical context, the cultural context, the core idea. These discussions were peppered in those chapter readings like 2 or 3 clicks before. So those readings that prepare you for course concepts come first, and then you applying and practicing with those concepts come second. So here you'll choose one of the readings. You can even see an example of a student post, so you can kind of model depth of discussion, quality of writing, and you will see how I'm going to grade you. I'm going to grade you based on how you responded to each question, how you identified like particular details, core ideas, cultural and historical context, and how clear your communication was. In this sample, grammar was really only 10%. Okay, so next, we move into Module 2, right? So that was it for Module 1, and now we're already deep into Module 2, but we're going to pull out of that. Remember, in the course menu and in the learning modules, there is a really interesting, where it says start here. You've got this course map. I'd recommend printing this out because it will show you everything that's going to be due in each week, and you'll know exactly what to tackle. So refer to this, and then refer also you've got Module 1, what we're doing, Module 2, talking about audiences, Module 3. So we move forward each week, building upon that text, and we're going to go back to it kind of again and again. So I hope that this is a good orientation to you. I think if you click forward within each, when you're in that first module under learning modules and you're in Module 1, all you have to do is tab forward. And once you've finished something, it will show you a check mark here within the module itself. I've read these 3, so it shows that I've completed it, but I have not posted a discussion yet. Right? So that shows as incomplete, and I have not posted the reading response. And then this, how to do well in modules 2 and 7, just sort of review it as prep for the week to go. But if you've tackled all of this in the first week, you've done what you're required to do. And each week will have a similar structure of readings and activities, perhaps a quiz or some practice, and then opportunities for us to engage with each other and for you to engage with me directly. I hope that this video has been helpful. If you have any questions, please reach out and let me know. Good luck.